Hi, this is Rebecca Kenna in Q Sports Yorkshire. This is the worst 147 you'll ever see. So this drill I got from Stan Moody, who I saw on the Level Snooker page, completing a 147 on it. And he got it off Sam Craigie, their resident pro. So I took the first red near the cushion on the right to get on the black, and then we want to be clearing this red or this red next, because you've got more options off the black. So not queuing as nice over that. Bit low on this black, so again not queuing nice, which means I have to play a cannon. Now it's not too bad getting the cannons. Obviously we like things to stay nice and neat and we don't really want any cannons, but if I ever get a cannon in a drill, I just see it as more of a challenge to complete. So whenever I get a cannon, it doesn't stop me clearing it, even if it looks impossible, which this lineup that I do, it's terrible. I think it's one of the worst completed lineups I've ever done. It just got scrappier and scrappier, but we'll get through it. So right, I'm high on the black, which means we can come off the cushions, either a stun run through or a nice stun, and we're just going to try to keep clearing the balls. So a little tip if you're doing these, to land on these over here as a right-hander, we want to be taking these kind of shots. Landing over here isn't great. It means we have to get a rest, so we're playing this kind of area for these balls as well. But it is good for practicing your rest play, this drill. Not great on this angle either. Yeah, just straight enough to screw back. These reds are more or less in line with this black, just a slightly bit above I've put them. But it just means shots are a bit harder. So this is a bit lazy of me, but I cued it okay. So it gets your little cut shots in, staying on your black. It's not too bad if you land straight on the black. It looks like I have there. A little screw back off the cushion to give me more choices. So obviously I'm on these reds to this corner, but I'll always have an option of cutting one of them in if I want. But obviously that's that problem red that I cannoned earlier. See, that's a bad shot there. So that's one of the first shots that are a bit naff. I could have probably done a deep screw there and held a low black. So have a look at that. That's awful. So obviously I'm going to carry on until I miss. So life's just got a little bit more difficult there now I've done that. Have to play another cannon, which puts that red on the cush. So after a few bad shots, this is applicable in matches as well. You might play a few bad shots, but rather than get your head down and moan about it, just carry on, try regain position, and just see it as another obstacle to overcome. So once I've done these few bad cannons, I'm thinking, right, this looks difficult, let's see if I can clear it. So even though I've played bad shot after bad shot, it's just driving me on to get this cleared, rather than putting my head down, giving myself a telling off and then setting it all up again and getting a nice neat one in. So no matter what practice you're doing, always learning. So even though I'm by myself on this lovely Sunday afternoon, putting some hours in, I'm always trying to play the best I can play. It might not be pretty, might not be good, but you just do your best. And I'm terrible with the rest. I do need to add more rest drills to my practice. Generally overhit them ones because of the extra weight. But if you're aware of what you do, you normally can try add that to your game and iron out the kinks. So I'm high on that black, which is okay. Just have to have a little look around of what goes where. I've just had a little look that goes into there. Obviously them two I can get rid of. I could stun back here, but only that red goes. So you're always playing for options. This way I've got 1, 2, 3 reds. If I'd have come back, I actually only had that red available. So we're playing for an area. Even if you're going for a 147, you're still playing for areas. You're not always playing for one single shot all the time. Obviously you are to get onto the black, But with the reds, you've always got a couple of options to get nice and neat on the black. Now I take this opportunity here to get a little cannon off these reds just to separate them a bit more, which has made life a little bit easier then. That only just trickled in. So I'm on a nice high black, loads of options, can stun into this gap, come through. Obviously again going for the stunning into that gap because I've got that and that. So obviously I've only got one bad red now, really. It's nearly touching the pink, so it doesn't actually go. But you never look too far ahead. We always just play the shot that's needed to land on the next ball, which is a little screw shot there. I can land it quite straight on that. Deep screw out of there, on and off the cushion. I recommend everyone to record your drills. I've noticed that when I'm playing on delivery on some of the shots, I'm just lifting up my head on some of the more powerful shots. So if you can spot things like that and then tell yourself to you know, stay down the next shot, you'll find that you're going to be more consistent. It's nice to know when you miss, why you miss. So if you're spotting any flaws in your game. So now I know I need to get a cannon onto that red at some point. So I'm playing for a nice angle on the black to do that, because then I've always got that red, even if I miss the cannon, and then I've got one more chance at it. So clear that top red so the cannon's on. Now I just need a nice little cannon on that, preferably full ball or this side. So I'll stay on that red, flip the pink away from it. And I'm not very happy with that cannon because it means that red isn't potable, and even though that red is potable, I'm going away from the black. So yeah, some bad shots early on made life a bit harder, and this is one more tricky situation to try and get out of. So I could have belted it and try and get round, it wouldn't have happened, so I just drop it in and leave in a high black to leave the last red. Sometimes the best option is to just drop the balls in and play it from where you can, rather than try and make something happen. Obviously this is a hard cut on the black, but luckily the last red's in a nice position that I can just worry about potting the black. Nearly overcut that, but it went in. Not the nicest of flicks to be bridging over the pink, but from some of the bad shots there and the difficult ones, it's not too horrendous because it's a straight one, so I can just stun it dead. Leave in a low black. Actually got a bit of screw back on that. So there, I've got to the black. So a nice stun run through to come onto the yellow. Not as wide as I would have liked. If we hit more 6 inch below the middle pocket, we'll get on a nice angle on the yellow. As it is, I'm dead straight and stretching, so this isn't easy to cue, so I'm quite pleased with that shot. Green to brown, fairly straight, so I just need to screw back a couple of inch. So when I'm watching myself back, I'm just checking my technique and seeing if I'm keeping my head down and cueing, delivering straight, staying down, walking into my shot. I opt to stun straight down here rather than do the normal off the cushion. I actually overhit that. So yeah, another bad shot thrown in there. Didn't need to be wrong side of the blue there. Just makes life harder, it means I'm going away from the pink. So again, I just opt to drop it in rather than get that white going all the way around all kind of angles. So yeah, brown to blue, not good. Leaving a hard pink. But luckily I could just drop that in and land it on and off the cushion. And then finish with the black. Right, so that was the worst 147 you'll ever see. I'll try and do better next time. Thanks for watching. Give it a go. See if you can do better than that. Bye.